Have you ever been so desperate for an opportunity that you are willing to travel hundreds of miles just to secure a job? Imagine receiving a phone call from a wealthy businessman who wants to give you a contract that will change your life forever. Imagine booking a flight, packing all your tools, believing your life is about to change for the good because of this too good to be true opportunity. Today on Taste with the Chief, I'm going to be sharing you a story of a Nigerian artisan who traveled for a job opportunity only to discover that he had just walked right straight into a kidnapper's den. His name was Badmos, a 32-year-old graduate of accounting from the University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Just like many Nigerian graduates, after leaving the university, getting a good-paying job was not an easy job as he had imagined. Instead of waiting endlessly for employment, Badmos decided to build something with his own hands. Badmos decided to venture into the business of flooring and concrete design. Surprisingly, he became very successful and good at it. His work started attracting customers from different parts of the country. But sometimes success can also open doors to a lot of dangers as well. Morning of February 21, 2020, while preparing to go to the construction site in Abuja, Badmos received a phone call right there. The caller introduced himself as Chief Ben from Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The man sounded like an older businessman who told Badmos these words. He said, "I want you to handle some concrete stamping for me." The man explained that he wanted the same design done at his family house in the village. For a businessman like Badmos looking for business and contract, this sounded like a blessing. The caller said that he got Badmos' number from an online marketplace where customers connect with service providers. They even discussed the size of this project and negotiated the price right there on the phone. The man refused to pay any money upfront, and in his own word, he said that he has paid money upfront to many contractors before, only for them to ghost him and not show up, and then he end up losing. Once he has seen him in person, he will be able to pay all the money that they've agreed upon. At first, Badmos kind of hesitated, and then he remembers an artisan he has worked for a lot of strangers before without collecting upfront money at first, so he agreed. Badmos then booked a flight. On Saturday afternoon, he arrived in Port Harcourt exactly as he had told the chief that he was going to come. Immediately, he called the chief, but the man said he was busy and would send someone to come and pick Badmos up from the airport. A few minutes later, another man called Badmos. He claimed he was coming to pick him up at the airport. He was sent by chief to come and pick him up at the airport. But then he said that his vehicle had broken down, and so therefore that was the reason for his delay. And then he instructed Badmos to take a motorcycle to come and meet him where he is. So he's still trying to fix his car. This was supposed to be the first warning sign for him. Sometimes when people are chasing opportunity, they ignore the small red flags that are very visible, like the biblical mene mene tekel yofasin. And Badmos continued this journey. He actually met the man near a filling station. Instead of taking him directly to a house, they boarded a commercial bus and they traveled for 45 minutes, and then they enter another area, then another motorcycle, then another ride, and the journey was getting deeper and deeper away from the city. By this time now, Badmos started feeling very uncomfortable. It's like his instinct and the situation is telling him that something is wrong somewhere. But he told himself, what if this job is actually true and it's actually real? So it's one of those psychology that these people, fake scammers, used to scam their victims. And that thought of what if kept him moving. It's like the fear of missing out. So after riding for some time, the motorcycle suddenly stopped. Before Badmos could understand what was going on and what was happening, some group of men just appeared from nowhere. He was attacked with clubs, with sticks. He became very weak and fell down on the floor. And then they blindfolded him and dragged him into the nearby bush. The job interview for him was over. In fact, the contract was a fake contract. The chief was the masterminder and the kidnapper. In fact, he was the chief of kidnapper. They took his phone and his wallet. Inside the camp, Badmos met other victims that they have also kidnapped. The kidnappers demanded 5 million naira ransom from his family. The kidnappers then told Badmos that they were not going to harm him because his family was cooperating with them. That means they were showing signs that they were going to pay the ransom that they were asking from them, and the ransom was eventually paid to them for his freedom. After surviving this ordeal, Badmos shared his story to one other job seekers. A real employer should not require you to travel to an unknown location without proper verification. So before you make the next travel, before you accept the next job offer, please confirm and make sure you inform your family members before you make that travel, before you make that journey.